Hello everybody, I'm Buddy Holly and I'm going to be playing on HF with the Cow Mangler, the Conqueror, and the Market Gardener. Not that any of that really matters, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about included in this video, but the first thing I'm going to be talking about is that it's my birthday week. I'm going to be turning 19 in about 6 days exactly, which is not a very crazy big deal because, the last big deal with birthdays is 18, and then immediately after that is 21. Well, not immediately. The next big milestone in being alive for several years is 21, which my older brother turned 21 about 2 months ago exactly, but I'm not quite there yet. I still got another 2 years to go, but turning 19 and having a birthday is a good excuse to just be making more content for my channel, making videos under the guise that, hey, I'm celebrating my own birthday, even though instead of me giving you videos, you should be giving me stuff. But I won't tell anybody that you didn't give me any presents, even though you really hurt yeah, even, wow, I'm terrible with words. Even though you really hurt my feelings, that joke is already killed. On to the other thing I wanted to talk about is just kind of upload motivation, which kind of ties in with what I want to do with this. So this week, at least, I'm going to spend a lot of this week trying to build up a lot of videos so I can release a bunch of stuff for my birthday. Hopefully it'll be, I don't want to make it too much just because after a certain point, if it's not like super edited and stuff, you're not going to want to watch it. But it is going to be some cool stuff that I would like to get out by this Saturday. Anyways, this ties in with what I wanted to talk about, which is upload motivation, which I've talked to friends, and they've had trouble with this too, where they want to make stuff, and they really want to post stuff on their channels, but it doesn't live up to what they want it to be, or like they end up not liking it, or maybe they're just not motivated to be uploading stuff. And you're not alone when you talk about that kind of thing, because it is hard sometimes when you're busy with other stuff to be making videos. When I started my channel, my original channel by the way, this is going to be on my secondary, I was only really doing it because I wanted to make stuff and I wanted to express myself via videos, and ever since then it's not only been a way to express myself, but it's also basically been my entire living. I'm not living off this and it's not my job, but it's basically where I've derived most of my fun for the last couple months of my life, where I've been making a lot of friends just from like TF2 competitive and stuff like that. So I've had a lot of motivation to keep making videos just because I have all this stuff that I always consider when I'm trying to make videos, because there will be a lot of moments where I got a bunch of videos, I got all the footage, but I just look back and sit down and I'm like, I don't really want to edit this though. I don't want to go into Audacity and talk and take 20 takes, and I hate my own voice. But then when I actually start making stuff, I just get this like adrenaline rush of wanting to make stuff, because like I can make this whole nicely edited this nicely edited video with like all the effects, and I'm really proud of it when I finish it and I upload it, and suddenly I just want to keep making stuff. And I fall within like this pattern where I will go like 2 weeks or 1 week or however long amount of time not making videos because I fall out of the groove for whatever reason, whether I'm out of town for family, or maybe I momentarily just don't want to work on it and I want to focus on like other stuff in my life, and then I just kind of fall out of the groove of wanting to make videos. But then suddenly one day, one night, I will push myself and be like, hey, you gotta make some videos. You know that it always usually ends well when you do. So I just go out and sometimes I'm up really late. For instance, it's almost 4 a.m. now, which is not good for my sleep schedule, but a lot of these nights will happen where I can't sleep because I really want to make a video, and then that rush of adrenaline pays off because I make the video and I'm pretty happy with it, and then suddenly I just want to keep making more videos. Eventually around 5 a.m. I will crash and actually go to sleep. But it's interesting to note that there's that whole build-up of just not wanting to get motivated, then suddenly when I make it, I have this rush of motivation to make stuff. So if you're one of the people that kind of is running a YouTube channel and they kind of struggle to maybe come up with ideas, or struggle to actually get out there and make stuff because, well, someone else has made it, or I won't get a lot of views on it, Don't worry about that. If you're making videos, you should be making it in the first place because you just love making videos. Or you don't even have to love it. It can just be a form of expression and a way to vent about stuff or just talk about stuff that you want to talk about. And in my experience, it's paid off really well actually pushing myself to finish it and do that. That said, you can burn out really easily if you're doing it too much. So you do need to follow your heart on this kind of thing, you know? Maybe you have other priorities you have to focus on, but if you legitimately want to be making videos, you don't need to overanalyze yourself. You don't need to be like, well, I'm not going to get views on it, or like, it's not original enough. It's good that you want to strive for perfection, but truth be told, we're all humans, and perfection isn't always graspable. Sometimes you just have to make what you want to make, get it out there. And if it's not up to par, remake it or just learn from it and make something else, and you'll like it. You'll like the end result. Maybe you won't like the end result of the video a couple months down the line, but you'll be happy that you made it because you created something, whether or not it was heavily edited or something like that. In my personal experience, I feel a lot more payoff when it's heavily edited, but just stuff like this where I can sit down and talk about stuff I really want to talk about also has a very large payoff for it because it's stuff that I have on my mind, but I'm not talking to anybody about it, so I need to get it out there and say it. So yeah, the moral of the story is if you're not motivated or you're having trouble maintaining an upload schedule and stuff like that, sometimes you just have to find your mojo. Whether that means stepping out of your comfort zone, or maybe it just means figuring out your comfort zone all over again by kind of testing the waters of what you do and figuring out what you want to do. Another good way is kind of just to watch other people for inspiration. Not inspiration for maybe what you're going to make, but just to have that inspiration to go make stuff. A lot of times I'll be up at these nights just in my bed with my phone watching old like Skitscape videos or like Star or Vinesauce, all these people that influence me a lot. In my experience, I really don't like mentioning these people because it makes me seem a little less about myself and like I'm a little too influenced. So I try not to let them influence me too much beyond just that drive of wanting to create something. And most of the time that works out. Occasionally, I will slip up and maybe my videos will seem a little like weird or they won't make sense because like I was too antsy making it, and then suddenly it's just like this weird concoction. But overall, it's just important to find that motivation. And if you're like if you truthfully want to make videos but you're just not having fun with it, maybe either you're not making the videos that you really want to make, or maybe video making just isn't the way you like expressing yourself. Maybe you like something else to do. But it's very important that you don't force yourself to do something you don't like, and it's important you don't get yourself down and bummed because you're not making exactly what you want to make yet. My YouTube channel didn't really take off until about 6 or so months after I had been making stuff. After then, you know, it's been another 5 or 6 months now, so I'm probably past the year count on when I started like really actively doing it, but I'm still relatively young based on other channels. And if I can pull off something like that where I just kind of keep making stuff and grow, I guarantee you anybody else can. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say in terms of just being motivated. I do want to talk about birthday stuff. So it sounds like I'm like super hyped and motivated for my 19th, right? Well, truth be told, I never really saw that much in birthdays. My family, at least my parents, think birthdays are like a really big deal. Maybe that's just because they're my parents and they're watching their child grow up to adulthood, which would make more sense. But for me, at least, you know, after the age of 16, after the age of like 14 or so, after I hit puberty, basically, I kind of just stopped caring about birthdays. I started focusing less on how old I am and more of just who I am, improving what I do and stuff like that. You know, when my 18th birthday came over, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this means a couple good things. I'm considered an adult, I can do adult things now, and that's awesome. But I didn't go out and party, you know, for my 18th birthday. I just accepted that society now respects me as a full-grown adult now. At least, quote-unquote, respect. You get the idea. Before that, 17, I didn't really do anything for my birthday. I had a birthday, and I thought, okay, well, I'm 1 year away from being 18. And before that, when I turned 16, all I cared was society let me drive now. That's pretty cool. Before that, when I was 15, I'm a year away from driving. So it's kind of what it's going to be like now. I'm turning 19. There's nothing cool that happens when you're 19 or even 20, which is, wow, that's actually crazy to think that I'm going to be 20 in another year. I still feel like I'm like 16 or 17, but I wonder how long it'll take for that to wear off. I guess we'll get to find out together, depending on if I'm doing YouTube when I'm like 20, which would be like ideal. In an ideal world, I'll be doing YouTube until like my late 20s or something. I will need to go get some more job experience. That way I'm not just left with a resume of working 2 jobs in my life and then doing YouTube. It's not like it's in my job now anyways, but yeah, my birthday is coming up, and although I don't really see the big deal with turning 19, I do respect it as the anniversary of when I came plopping out of a vagina. So that's a pretty cool thing. I came to life March 5th, 1997, and I'm pretty happy that I came to life, because otherwise I wouldn't be here, and all the stuff that I've done, maybe you would have never seen. I don't think your life would have been that different if you had never seen me in your life before, but stuff would have been different, even if it's just like a butterfly effect. Not like a butterfly effect on a very small scale. I can't speak in place of anybody else, but it is cool to know that, my life exists. I'm here. I'm alive. And, maybe in 5 years I'll be, living on my own, doing my own thing, and I'll be controlling everything that's going on. For now, I'm still kind of a kid, but like not, because like society looks at you when you're 18, when you're above 18 but below 21 as, yeah, you're still a kid, but you are old enough to like be an adult if you need to be. And that's pretty much exactly what I am. Although I am a full-grown adult technically, and I can, go out and look at boobies, and I won't get in trouble for it. But I guess you wouldn't really get in trouble if you were 17 and you saw boobies. But like if the girl was 18, there would be trouble. And basically, you get the idea here, right? Like consent and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, society views it as you're an adult and you can do these things, but also you're not really trusted to go rent a car or like get an apartment on your own, or like even like you still need to go to school and learn stuff, right? But you're not at that point where you can just do whatever, unless you're like super rich or super smart and you got like straight A's in school. I'm not that kid, so I don't really have any crazy talents to my name beyond like being a jack of all trades in terms of Steam and TF2 and stuff, because I can model stuff, and I can model like 3D items, and I can like draw pretty okay-ish art. I'm pretty cool at composition for like thumbnails and just photoshopping, stuff like that. Animating, I'm okay at talking, I guess. Video editing. All of these things are stuff that I'd like to improve before I, become a full-fledged adult that can go out and get drinks on his own and stuff like that. It'd be cool to become. I don't want to go 2 years and end up having not much to my name, but at the same time, I kind of cherish that I'm not. What? Do I cherish that I'm not that interesting? I don't think I should cherish that. I think I should resent that. I think I'm coming off as really weird. I'm happy with who I am, but that's pretty much to summarize everything I'd like to talk about. If you're making videos, just keep pushing yourself. And if you're in the same boat as I am, you're a young adult, hey man, high five. Not knowing what we want to do with our lives probably, but like also kind of do. It's a weird stage in life that you can't really relate to a lot of people. But that's weird, and a weird topic to even talk about. And I'll talk more about that when I actually do have the birthday, because like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for my birthday. You're just making videos. I'm going to have commentaries for the secondary channel, but I'll also have other videos that I want to make for my main one. Stuff like that. Anyways, that's the end of this. I think I'm probably just going to hop off Before I end though, you are looking at me terrible at market gardening. I don't play market gardener that much. Although I'm not bad at it, honestly. All depends on my mood. Anyways, I'm hopping off because it's 4 a.m. and I'm gonna go sleep. So I'll see ya. Bye bye.